Hi and welcome to my wildlife year, week 22. It's another short one this week, still through here in Hamilton. It was Mum's funeral this week and been a bit busy with arrangements and such, but I've still managed to shoot a few wee bits of video to include. So short one as I say, but maybe you like the short ones. So I'm going to start off with, going to get my bat detector out, but also going to show, I can't remember if I've shown this before, Field Study Council guide on bats. I think I might have covered it before, but if not, I'm going to cover it now. So here we go. Right. The Field Study Council guides are really good. I have mentioned them before during my wildlife year videos. This one here has 16 species of bats on it. It's a bit dated because of that. Because there are slightly more species known to be breeding in the UK than that, but still gives it. Now it's got here on this side a nice key for you keying out some of the species, so looking at the shape of ears and nose flaps and stuff like that. However, you need a license to do that, so although it's really interesting, unless you're actually looking at getting a bat license, it's really not much use to you. This side, however, has some really useful information on it, a bit about bats and how to use this guide, identifying bats in the hand where it explains that you need a license, a bit about identifying bats in flight and also a bit in detectors with some useful further reading. Now here you've got, under each species, you've got the range where you'll find it, its conservation status, the size of the bats and where it roosts, what time it emerges in regard to sunset, its flight pattern, and these are where it starts to get really useful, the flight pattern, and also some nice diagrams of the flight pattern here. Their heterotype, which the magenta bat 4, which I've talked about a few times in the video, it gives you a brief description of what it sounds like, the peak frequency, but also the call frequency range, which is really important. I've talked to you before about when you turn on a bat detector, if you set it to 50, you'll hear most bat species, and then so for the pipistrelles, you turn it up to 55, the soprano will get loudest and clearest then, but you'll still hear the common, and if it goes high pitched and tinny, you know you've went the wrong way. And also the same, if you go down to 45, and it becomes loud and clear, you know that's the common, because its peak frequency is 45 kilohertz. And if it goes loud, high pitched and a bit tinny, a bit quieter, then you know you've went the wrong way and it's the soprano. So there's also things like the call duration and the sonogram. That's not for use with these types of detectors, that's for some more specialised ones, frequency division and such like. So it's a really nice, the clip, this one here actually was actually up in Mum's bedroom. She had it up, I didn't know she had it. It was quite moving for me to find it in her bedroom. She had it up in her wardrobe up there because she knew that I love bats, and obviously she just wanted to take a bit of an interest too, so it was really nice to find that there. So if you get the chance, if I remember right, they're about £3.30. This one, the Guide to British Bats from the Field Studies Council, well worth getting your hands on if you're interested in bats at all. And as I've said before, the bat detector I always recommend is the Bat 4, which retail about £60–65. You can get the Bat 5, which is a big digital display here. That's about £30 dearer. The only thing I'd say is that if you want to get that is if you've got problems with your eyesight and you can't read this dial here very well, then the big digital display is useful. Other than that, it's basically the same thing, and you're paying £30 for not a lot more. So on with some more stuff that I've seen during my wildlife year, week 22. Here we've got a couple of tree bumblebees. See one there, there's another one over there. Now this species of bumblebee is quite interesting because they never turned up in the UK. They were first recorded in 2001 at the very south, and now they cover most, they're found over most of the UK. So they're thought to be a bit more of an aggressive bumblebee than most of the other ones found in the UK, but I haven't actually found that myself. I've handled a few in my time and haven't been stung by any yet. So they're quite a nice one. They're ginger, just at the head, and then white tail. Quite a distinctive bumblebee, and quite a nice looking one too. I'm just putting out my trail cam again to see what I can get overnight. You never know, I'm still wanting some good fox footage. I know I got some last week, but and it was quite interesting to see the magpie having a go at the fox, but I'd really like to get some close-up footage of the fox. And amongst the chives and the Aquilegia here, there's also some horsetail, one of the species of horsetail, and this has actually got quite a high level of silica in it, which is quite abrasive, and it is thought to be a defence mechanism. The horsetails have been around since prehistoric times, and it's thought that they've actually developed high levels of silica because it's quite abrasive. It stops grazing because it's abrasive in teeth and stuff like that, so animals don't want to eat it. So, but it's actually also been put to good use by humans. It's got diuretic properties, but also it was used. You know how in old films you'll see shiny armour, or you'll see a milkmaid carrying really shiny metal buckets. This is what they used. They would take this and rub it on the metal, and the silica in it is so abrasive it would actually end up shining the armour and the buckets up really brightly. So horsetails has actually got a lot of uses, even if it is very difficult to get rid of once it starts growing in your garden. So I've had the trail cam out again this week. It's just down here. We'll see what they've got in it. Right, there's a slight problem putting the trail cam down this low, and that's that Dexter has had a wee in it. Lovely, yeah. I have to wash my hands after I've taken the SD card out. Well, I've been hoping for some fox action close up on my trail cam, and last night I put out some fruitcake as bait for them to give them some to eat. And I managed to get some nice fox footage. Have a look at this. Well, that's my wildlife here, week 22 over and done with. Another short one. Not sure whether week 23 is going to be much longer. It just depends where I am over the coming few days. So hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you next week for week 23, and in the meantime stay safe and enjoy the wildlife that's out there.